Alrighty folks, welcome back to Fallout 3. Just continuing from where we left off, well, not really. Last episode we were at Museum of History, Technology, sorry. Got Washington Monument up and running and spoke to Three Dog, wherever the fuck it is there. Told us our dad was in Rivet City, so that's where we are. Well, told us he headed there. So that's where we are. So we've got to go find someone. Now, the irritating thing about these stairs and things is we don't know, because we can never tell where I'm going. Because you've got all these different levels. Try in here, but there isn't here.
Hey.
Yeah. So that's how this place is so stupidly laid out. Science lab is, I'm assuming, where we're gonna go. So that's through here. So. Here we are.
For the most advanced scientific center in the capital wasteland, I find your...
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you...
We already know this.
More weathered. Are you by any chance
this
for
mission.
hire?
We've already got it in our mission request area in the Pip Boy.
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property. How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be.
I see.
You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off. You're helping me retrieve this android, aren't you? I've tracked him this far. He's out there somewhere, in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it. Of course. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Okay.
Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that. Of course you do.
Hey. What do you want? Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you?
Maybe.
What are you doing here? You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke with me.
We did see her in the cutscene at the
I'm
start.
Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
Yeah, well.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
And where is said old lab?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here.
Which I've been to.
Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors, or you're chasing after him. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, bitch.
I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you.
5. Not bad. That's how much I gave to Sharon earlier.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What's the point of
It
it?
was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Well, of course.
We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment. You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
Okay then.
Okay. That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team. Good luck finding your father.
Right, bitch. Okay, Sharon, let's go.
Everything looks okay.
We will have another few missions in Rivet City, but for the moment,
Good to see you.
we're probably going to get out of here. Hiccup. Oh, that's...
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday. The gate guard said the gunfire went on for over an hour.
So I'm going to wait a wee 6 hours, let it get light again. So where we're heading is pretty much right over there. So let's just fast travel. Or should we? Because we never got rid of any of the super mutants.
I've got one.
So this is a bad thing. What's going on, bats? Right, cool. Drop that bitch. And we've leveled it up. Doing pretty well with this leveling up jazz. Let's just put everything into science. I need to keep bumping up small guns, since that's what we primarily use. I'm going to keep bringing our prices down. Bumper speech up the rest of the way. We'll give a bar of that extra one. So we just focused on 3 this time. We usually spread that across 4 or 5, but this will give us a bigger impact on those fewer things. Invested that in that last time. As long as I maintain neutral. It's not possible. How much more damage did I do to women? We'll do that just to see if there's any amusing lines we get out of it. And I'm sure we will get some funny lines out of it. Wait a minute. Is that an entrance? Right there? Of course it is. It's the gift shop. Now, there's a lot of people in here. A lot of super mutants, as you would maybe imagine. And these fuckers. So, be careful. Sharon did very well to cover me, thank you, mate. So, the ammo we're really looking for is .44 Magnum rounds, because that's all this gun takes. And we've only got 5 ammo left. Somebody sticks a plunger in their fucking safe, fair enough. I just like to see their heads go pop. Kinda like that. This gun is just amazing. I mean, just the amount of damage it does is exquisite. Only 6 rounds left in it though. And there's a lot of mutants in here. I love that.
Yeah.
There you go, Sharon. Last round. I'm not gonna waste it.
That's over.
That's all we got left, man. Listen to Dad's journal entry 10. Shall we? We'll listen to them all in order.
Even in Vault 101, my work on Project Purity never really stopped. Soon after we arrived, my nightly routine included sneaking into the restricted areas, searching for, I don't know, whatever I could find. It was a Vault-Tec facility after all. The place was built with some of the most advanced technology this country had ever developed. Those excursions never turned up anything particularly useful. So, one night, after half a bottle of scotch, I broke into the overseer's office. It was easy enough to hack his console, gain access to the restricted files. Most of it was garbage. Propaganda, spy reports, just plain rambling bullshit, really. But there was one thing, one name that stood out amongst all the others. Dr. Stanislaus Braun. I knew of Braun's work, of course. He was a celebrity in his day, Vault-Tec's sorcerous scientist, leaving his peers in awe of his technological wizardry. But it was in Vault 101 that night in the overseer's office. I first learned of Braun's involvement in Vault-Tec's sociable preservation program and his work on something called GECK, the Garden of Eden Creation Kit. To be honest, the GECK sounded like pure fantasy, even for someone of Braun's capabilities. It was nothing short of a miracle. A terraforming module capable of producing life from complete lightlessness. But not only was this thing a reality,
Can't stand the sight of your own blood.
After an atomic war. Vault 101 was, sadly, not on that list. I did some digging and discovered Braun's name on the reservation list for a Vault 112. I'm no slouch, but this man, he could have easily succeeded where I failed. Does his journals, holotapes, computer records, maybe even experiments?
Hey,
If I could gain access to just a fraction of Braun's genius, Project Purity would
I'll play these at a later date when I'm not shooting the shit out of things.
that takes care of that.
Right, let's listen to the actual one.
I'm off to Vault 112 to search for anything of Braun's that might help me get this purifier up and running. All I know is that it's west of some place called Evergreen Mills, and it's well hidden in some sort of garage. But I'll find it. I have to. It's so close. But that's the story of Project Purity, isn't it? An eternity of almost theirs. Let's see if Braun is the missing puzzle piece.
So this will require us to do a wee bit of travelling more than likely, because I've only really, a lot of travelling, more than likely. So Vault 101 is about as close as we can get to it. So I'll fast travel to Vault 101, and that'll be the end of this episode. I wonder if we have... Oh yeah. So yeah, I will get moving. What the fuck? What are these guys? Is that Enclave?
Your cooperation is
Right. Robo Brain. But yeah, I will start the next episode and we'll jump in and out. of the various travel. We'll do a travel montage, if that's what you can call it. But anyway, folks, that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, folks. See you later. Bye bye.